What's up, y'all? It's your boy Broadway, and today we are back with something a little different. We're gonna do a little breakdown today because last night, more specifically, I participated in the Demon Lobby tournament for Mortal Kombat 1. It's a little, so I'll put their Discord link here in the description, but that's a community of guys over there that run tournaments for Mortal Kombat 1 and I think other games as well, MK11, but even fighting games outside of Mortal Kombat specifically. But yeah, and as I record this video, I am going to be participating in another tournament, and I'm forgetting the name of this community, but I'll also put their link in the description as well. But I got washed, and I just wanted to make this video to embrace that. We're gonna do a little thing called lose and learn, kind of based off the life philosophy of you live and you learn, and you move on. So that's gonna be the same thing. The main point of this is for newbies out there who maybe getting into fighting games, maybe want to start dipping their toes in competitively. This is just one of those roadblocks you're going to have to get over, and that is your ego, and learning to lose and learning from those mistakes, taking those L's, turning them into lessons and learning from those lessons. That's the whole point of this, and that's what we're going to start here with the 2 matches I had last night. Now, this new tournament I'm entering is a single elimination, so I don't have a loser's bracket to go in and try to bounce back from. So last night we had a match against a Homelander and a Havoc, and as you know, after the Chaos Reigns update, Havoc became top 3 instantly. So I'm not one of those guys that, I'm not like a Homelander hater or like a Johnny Cage, Raiden, any meta type of hater, Baraka. I was at first because I didn't know how to deal with it, but we've got hours and hours on the game now. I know how to. So what brought my losses upon me. All right, we're going to get this done quick because the dude, he's going to be live streaming this event. And I just remembered his name. It's the Banished, Banished FGC. So I will put his link down there, and it's starting at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is 5 o'clock Eastern. So I have about 4 minutes till the stream starts, and I'm match number 4. So yeah, and I'm gonna pause to go check the Discord to make sure there ain't no updates, and I will be right back with the breakdown. We back and we good. Now I'm not gonna watch the first match because shout out to Hayakimaru. I'm just gonna assume that's how you pronounce it. Maybe I'm butchering it, but he was a good Homelander Farah, and I won the first match, but I think that was mainly because he probably saw my champion rank, because I think he was demigod, and he probably just wasn't expecting Makonchi to put the type of pressure it was on him. But we're gonna see what went wrong in the next 2 matches, and then we'll go into the Havoc and what I need to learn from these. All right, so let's go into this first one.
Round 1, fight.
All right, so we're just going to, and you're gonna see me throw that out a lot. That's the main thing I was messing up. We got it that time. That's the entire game plan with Homelander when you're Quan Chi, is being ready for his fly-in that leads into the command grab, and you just got to be ready to throw that tongue out there. And I missed that punish on the fatal blow. I should have done a standing 4 into a overhead skull cancel. And I don't know if they've buffed Homelander, but it's much harder to up block his flight stance now. What's up, y'all? Future Broadway here, and this is just some tech I found after recording this video that you can use against Homelander flight. It ain't exclusive to Quan Chi, but it is exclusive to the Scorpion cameo. So if you're not using Scorpion and you can't find a way around Homelander's flight cancel combos, well, make a switch on this cameo to Scorpion and you might just find a way. Now, check this out. You gotta you saw that poke? You saw that? It's hard to do it in between the actual kicks themselves. You know, 9 times out of 10, in between the 1 boot and the 2 boot, 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna get hit. But if you can catch them right in between the pokes, you gotta block that low poke, let go of block, and then call out the Scorpion ambush cameo, which is down right bumper. All right, that's his ambush. That's when you do down round right bumper, he goes mid screen. All right, you don't want to do neutral bumper, because if you do neutral, he's going to come out right beside you and Homelander's going to kick him and you're not going to get the punish. So block that low poke. As soon as you block that low poke, let go of block, call in Scorpion, down cameo, he'll come behind Homelander and he'll burn him out the sky. Now, sometimes you'll be able to pick up a combo, sometimes you won't. But at the very least, you will reset the game back to neutral and you will stop his pressure. All right, so check this out. Timing. All right, I just wanted to use that as an example first. That's why you don't call in neutral Scorpion. All right, because he'll get kicked. You want to do down cameo, not neutral cameo. All right, when you hear me say neutral cameo, it's just the cameo button by itself. You want to do down cameo. That'll put Scorpion behind Homelander and will catch him in the sky. And just forewarning, this tech will not work mid-screen because Homelander pushes you too far back and it'll get out of reach of Scorpion. So for what I know so far, this will only work in the corner. So check this out. You gotta be quick with it. You gotta block that low poke and immediately block high after you call out Scorpion. You block that low poke, let go of block. As soon as you let go of block, call in Scorpion, missed it, and then block high so you don't get hit by that second overhead. That first overhead, sorry. And yeah, that's the tech, guys. Take it to the lab, get your timing down, learn some bread and butter with Scorpion. If you haven't used him before, you know, and it's a new cameo for you. And really, this is just something you can have in the back pocket for a Homelander. You know, if your main cameo you use isn't working, and switch over to Scorpion for the time being. And sometimes it side switches apparently, so there you go. Alright guys, give Homelander a bad day. They've I don't know if they filled in the gap where you usually put in the up block, but yeah, like right there, like usually that would have been able to work on this second boot kick that he does, but it just doesn't anymore. So like we're doing good. Like I know how to play against this. It's just little mistakes like that, guessing wrong, and throwing out my anti-air tongue at the wrong times. And I think a few combo drops. I think that's what did it. It's like that was a good challenge. It was right for me to do that. Yeah, so see, what I should have done there, my brain was tossing up between, do I want to do the green portal because he's gonna try to rush and get a command grab, or do I just do the boot with the skulls and just keep pressuring him to avoid the laser? And I guessed wrong. So, you know, it's one of these things, you know the matchup, but how many times can you guess right? And how big is the punishment going to be for when you do guess wrong? You know? See right there? Should have been ready. Because it's just like Smoke's. It's just like Smoke's teleport. If you're just not scared and you challenge it, you can interrupt it. It's the same thing with Homelander's flight when he comes in for the command grab. You just gotta be able to challenge it. So. So that was that one. And that was pretty much just that's what happens in the next match too. We're just gonna see just impatience. You just gotta be more patient. Just wait for Homelander to come in most of the time for the command grab. Pressure him with projectiles in the boots. Get him annoyed. And at some point he'll fly in, and that's when you're just ready for the anti-air tongue, the standing 3. And yeah, we just gotta be ready for that. But pause it again and check something. And now let's look at our match with Kells. GG's to him as well. They're both cool dudes. And let us see what went wrong against Havoc. I think I can tell you easily what went wrong. Just completely wrong guesses the entire time. I didn't adapt to, because I think he knows the Quan Chi matchup. Like, that's what I realized about like halfway through the set. Is that because he kept forward, like dashing away from the overhead boot. So what I needed to start doing was Quan Chi's, that right there is forward to mid check. We got a good anti-air. Quan Chi's slow, but he's got some of the best buttons. And we had him good right here. Yeah. What I needed to start throwing out was that low tentacle. When you have them about mid-screen distance, you got like a damn near full screen low. See right there, I got to get better at my hit confirms because I was afraid I wasn't going to get that low and I didn't commit to the full string. He did a delayed wake up there and it messed with me. This when fighting games are the most fun, when you're learning things about each other and you're adapting. And right there, I meant to do a fatal blow. I did the full 4/4 string, and I wanted to do the fatal blow, but I didn't get it. So, and that's pretty much how the other 2 matches went. Bad guesses, and just I didn't adapt in time to him forward dashing away from my boot. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. I will put the gameplay for my next tournament set at the end of this one. So yeah. What's up, y'all? We back after the match I just had over on Banished Brawl. He's still streaming. By the time I post this, it'll probably be over. But we won our match, baby. We're on the leaderboard, 20 points. And now you just gotta wait until next Friday for the next qualifier match. All right? So, the thing is, I almost lost. All right? Shout out to Jay, Cold One. All right? That was my opponent. Put up a hell of a fight. Started off as Baraka, but when I started coming back, he switched over to Havoc. All right? This is gonna bookend my lose and learn video. All right? You saw my losses from my tournament run last night, and now you get to see me with one. And carry, it was rough. There were some scrambles, but we got it. So we're gonna start from the very beginning and just watch through all of them. All right? I think it'll be good. It was Baraka striker. Then he switched up to Havoc striker. And that's some annoying teams, man. That was one thing I couldn't rely on, was getting that punish because of those grenades. You'll see me adapt to that after the first two matches. See, now if this was Kombat League, I'd have lost the set. That first to three. Because sometimes 2 losses is what you need. Sometimes you gotta lose 2 matches to learn. That might be a bad thing online, but when you're in a tournament setting and it's first to 3, not first to 2, could have gotten a better punish there. I was trying to flawless block that, but I couldn't get it. So that's the first one. Let's go into the second one. See if I adapted in the second match, which I don't think I did. Go back. So we tried to start that with the low, because that was one thing I had realized, is that he was used to blocking the boot, so I needed to start throwing that tentacle out more when he was mid-screen. Classic Baraka. Classic MK1 Baraka. Should have done the mid check there instead of the standing 1. And if you don't know, Quan's mid check is forward 2. It's got decent range on it. It's got 2 hits in case you whip the first one. Almost got it out. I gotta stop poking with Quan. He's got a damn near instant overhead and a damn near instant low. So when people start, this is when I turned it around right here. He did that brutality on me. I had the stream playing in the background, just having fun, you know. Not anymore. This is when I locked in. This is when I locked in. And this is when you see your boy get the reverse 3-0. All right, felt good. I turned this because I like to have some ambient noise, something in the background when I play usually, and especially, you know, commentators. That's perfect. So I wanted to have Banished in the back on Twitch live, and yeah, man, I was getting in my head. I was reading the Twitch chat, listening to them commentate, laughing. It was funny, but I wasn't locked in. So I turned the volume all the way down. I blacked out my phone and I locked in. Now let's see the results. Can't be sweating. See that right there, I can usually get a good punish with the tongue there, but when he calls that striker out, it's difficult. You see me? There we go. That's a Quan Chi round right there, baby. That's a Quan Chi round. And that's when we start. This is when we start learning, right? Remember the last 2 rounds. I hit him with that low twice. I hit him with that low twice in the last couple matches, and he always armored after. See, this is the thing about fighting games that I love so much, especially when you take them to the high competitive level. You know, it's really like fighting bosses in Dark Souls that you don't get a million tries, right? You know, like you go to Elden Ring, you fight Melania. 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody beating Melania the first time. Hell, even the first 5 times, maybe the first 10 times. All right, it's very little people doing it, like adapting and beating her or any Dark Souls, like really hard Dark Souls boss that quick, or Sekiro. But anyway, like, that's why I love fighting games. All right, you don't get 100 tries to go back and forth. All right, you get at best 3 matches, 2 rounds each. All right, that's it. You gotta adapt quick. You gotta download your opponent's flowchart quickly and be able to adapt and learn and apply what you've learned in that short time period. That's why I love fighting games. All right. It feels good to bait somebody, set somebody up. Sometimes they don't even know they being set up. There we go. You gotta be annoying. Every character has annoying stuff. Brock is like Brock is like Johnny, you know, he's got pressure that is very annoying. And the whole thing about fighting games, it's not exclusive to Mortal Kombat. Couldn't get the tongue out in time there, you saw that? But you have to get your shit out, your bullshit. You have to enact your bullshit before your opponent can. And that's the whole thing with Quan Chi. Just backing up slowly, pressuring them with skulls, putting portals on them, conditioning them and annoying them to want to either jump or do their armor move. And you just sit there and wait. So sometimes you got to take some hits. I wanted to get a brutality there, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. So that's the first one. Let's go to the second one. Just toss out that tongue a little bit. That tongue is the best anti-air in the game, but it's also got good range. You can just throw it out. It's kind of like the low tongue. When you think they're gonna move forward, just interrupt them with it. Block. Yep, there you go. And there we go. Keep them out. Make them armor through or jump. Low. Block for the armor. Adapt. Learn and adapt. Did the wrong scorpion there. That's supposed to be a double overhead. It's supposed to do quans. When I do that cage setup, you can either go for the low, but since he blocked low twice on that setup, I went for the overhead that time. And to get the combo extension, it's supposed to be back to his overhead and then look at that mid check. They start poking like that, just hit him with the mid check. Yes, sir. And this next match, this is when he switches over to Havoc. Messed that up. Like this right here. This combo that's about to happen. Typically, if I make this drop like I do, I try to just get the orange portal set up, but I couldn't. See that right there? Sometimes that happens. Since Quan Chi is standing 3 and his low is also attached to the 3. It's a back 3 though. I'll be trying to back up so I can bait the tongue, the standing 3. And sometimes I won't let go of back, and I'll accidentally throw that low out, that forward low. So I'm trying to bait the tongue, but I accidentally go in for the forward. Backed up just enough. Got that drop though. Had to break that. He did some type of input there. He like swung at the air, and that made me get lucky on my jump in. So thank God for that. That may have been what secured this right here. Ooh, that armor's, you gotta watch out. Whew. Low. Overhead. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Whew. Throw that jump. Sometimes you just gotta guess right. Like that was not a read right there. That was just a jump I did. I was just hoping he was gonna go for a throw. And sometimes that's what it's about. Guessing right. Sometimes you guess right, sometimes you guess wrong. You know? Like, that wasn't even really a moment where I was inside of his head. I just made the proper guess. I made the proper spacing right there, and I got the punish for it. And that's what we mean, y'all. Lose and learn. You know, don't lose, get frustrated and quit. You know, you want to loon. You want to lose, you want to learn, and you want to grow. That's the whole point. That's the beauty of fighting games. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description, maybe some annotations on screen, whichever is easier for you guys to get in contact. But I'll put links to the 2 Discord servers if any of you all watching. If I could fucking talk, damn! If any of you all watching are also interested in getting in to some, you know, online tournaments, I'll put them in the link. You guys be safe, keep pace, have faith out there, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace!